Mitsubishi. My name is Mason, and today we're doing a walk around video on something we actually don't see a lot on the yard, or not enough I should say. What we have here is a 2018 Pajero Sport GLS, and in this beautiful graphite color you do not want to miss out on this vehicle. So pretty much what we're doing in this video is run through the condition of this particular car as well as some of the features that you do get in the GLS model. So starting off on that front end, you do get the older shape or the older look, so it is not as chunky as a new one, some people like to say, but I quite like the shape of these. You've still got that dynamic shield effect, the split grille to allow for a lot of cooling through to the motor, being that 2.4 turbo diesel motor. You want to make sure it stays nice and cool. You've got your Mitsubishi badging in the front there. Now if you notice, this is behind a glass plate. That is because there are sensors mounted into this front bar. That is all part of your forward collision mitigation system. Coming across, you do get fog lamps fitted at the bottom of the front bar, and there's really nice sleek headlight design. So that is all integrated into the actual front bar, which is again very nice design by Mitsubishi. You do have the daytime running lights to the bottom of the headlight and your projector globes, which are going to improve the visibility of the vehicle, especially when you're driving around. Coming across to the side, take a look at that first alloy wheel. You've got a very stunning design. It does have a black finish on the inside of those spokes and a polished aluminium on the outer side of the spokes. Now the rim itself presents in excellent condition. That's just something stuck to the outside of it. So the rim itself actually presents quite well, and you've got lots of tread remaining on those Bridgestone tires. Taking a look at the side of the vehicle, the Pajero Sport GLS does come fitted with the side step. Being such a tall vehicle, it is going to help you get in and out of the car. So that is there for your assistance. It is mounted on both sides, and it does come factory as well. This car does have the color chrome side mirrors and door handles. Does break it up a little bit. Being the GLS model, it is good to identify exactly what it is, and these are some of the key indicators that it is a GLS and not just your entry level. You've got the indicator lamp fitted into that side mirror. That actually elevates the lamp but also clears up the quarter panel to allow for these beautiful curves and accents. If you take a look inside, now this car does come with 2 keys, and you've also got keyless entry, so there is a little button on the end here which if you do lock the car, the side mirrors will fold in. Unlocking it like so, you do also get the keys. Now there is a physical key with this remote which is there. That is just to open the door if the battery actually dies. However, if this remote dies, there is a compartment that you actually put the key into if you want to start the car, but I'll show you that in a bit. If we take a look inside the GLS, this car does come with leather seats. So you've got leather seats all the way through, electric seat controls for the driver, and you've also got that SRS airbag just on the side of the seat. Car does come fitted with the copper matte system, and you can just see how nicely it also presents on the interior. It's good to see that it has been maintained well. Got that inner scuff plate to protect the paintwork on the inside of the door frame, and on the door card here, pretty good condition. There's no damage on the actual door card, just a little bit of dust, but no damage whatsoever. And these seat bolsters are also still very intact and still quite firm. Yes, there is a little bit of creasing and marks, but it is what you'd expect when you're getting out of such a tall vehicle. So good to see that it has been maintained well. Now, we'll note that the back windows are a little bit darker than the front. That is just a privacy glass. It's not actually tint. It's not going to provide you with the benefits and safety features of tint. So I would highly recommend, especially if you're going to be keeping this car for a family, that you speak to us about the primary tint, the premium tint options that we do offer here, because you're going to want to get this vehicle tinted. If you take a look in the back of the car, taking a look at the second row, you can see copper mats also fitted to that second row, and the leather seats in the back are also in very good condition. No stains or marks or imprints left from baby seats, nothing like that. It is a well maintained and well looked after vehicle, and copper mats are also quite clean. Got the scuff plates on the inside of the door trims there. Closing this up, paintwork on this side of the car, I will also note, is in excellent condition. Taking a look at that second rim, now this rim also completely unmarked. I'm trying to be super picky for you guys, but no damage on that rim whatsoever, and you've got that dual tone finish on there. Coming across to the tailgate. Now, as this is the older model, this does have the longer tail lights with the reflectors at the bottom, the long brake light, and your reverse and indicator lamp fitted there. You've got a high mounted brake light just fitted behind the rear windshield, and you've got a rear wiper and washer system. You've got the nice chrome finishes on the back with the Mitsubishi and Pajero Sport badging, and the car also does come fitted with the genuine Mitsubishi tow bar, so it is pretty much ready to go and travel or whatever you might be using this vehicle for. It does also come with the reverse parking sensors, color matched to the vehicle, and reverse camera mounted just in the back. If I open up the boot and have a look inside the car customer has also opted for the cargo liner, which is a nice plastic cover. Again, it is going to help you maintain your vehicle and keep it nice and clean. We do always recommend these things, so it's good to see that the previous owner has actually gone ahead and decided to choose these options, because it is going to help in keeping their car nice and clean. Now, these seats will also fold flat. I'm just trying to see if something is blocking it. So how you release these seats, you pull the bottom lever first, and then you pull this lever, and that is going to drop flat. So again, I'll demonstrate. Bottom lever first, that is going to flick those seats up, and then this back is going to drop it flat. And you've got the cargo liner, which is pretty much set up for the back seats just to cover the whole boot, so you can chuck whatever you want in the back and you don't have to worry about actually damaging the carpet. Underneath that, you've got a small storage compartment, and this is where your spare wheel releases. So you unscrew that, and your spare wheel is actually mounted under the vehicle. You do get a full-size spare wheel, and it looks like it's never been used. You can still see all the paint marks on the actual wheel itself. So good to see it has been maintained pretty well by the previous owner. Closing this up, as we come across to the passenger side of the vehicle, keep paying attention to the paintwork, because I got to say, this car presents beautifully in this beautiful titanium finish. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side, which is the safe side. So if you have to pull over, you're going to be not in the way of any oncoming traffic. Now, I'm trying to be super picky, so there is a very, very minor hairline scratch just here, probably from a bush or something, but you can't really notice it unless you're being really, really picky. Taking a look at that third rim. Now, generally this is the side with the most damage, but this rim actually has no damage on it whatsoever, and you've still got lots of tread on those tires. Steps on this side are in good condition, and the fourth and final rim also completely unmarked. So good to see that the car has been looked after really well. There is a minor blemish just here at the corner of the front bar, but again, nothing too major. So we got 3 rims in excellent condition, one with very minor marks, nothing to be too worried about. You've got lots of tread on the tires. The car does come fitted already with the tow bar on there. You've got that cargo liner in the back to keep the back seats nice and clean and preserved. And also, we will go interior and just touch on some of the features in the car. So what we're going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay of the Pajero Sport. So what we have here is Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder, 2.4 litre turbo diesel motor. It is the same motor that is also equipped in the Tritons. This car has an 8-speed automatic gearbox, so lots of gears to actually move through. Great for towing and great for your long distance driving. This car itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so again, lots of safety for all the 7 passengers in the vehicle. This motor produces 133 kilowatts with 430 newton meters of torque. So again, plenty of torque and power for any kind of towing needs or payload needs you'll be using the vehicle for. This car has a diesel fuel tank with a 68 litre capacity. Does have a combined fuel consumption of 8 litres per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of about 850 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive and whether you're towing. Alright, now take a look inside the Pajero Sport. I got to say, this car presents as well on the inside as it does on the outside. All the leather is in very good condition. The trimmings are quite clean. The piano black gloss paint is still pretty good. Yeah, it does look like it has a few minor hairline marks, but nothing too major. So it is good to see that this car has been looked after well. So on the driver's side door, do get your fully electric driver's side window. The rest are just standard power windows. Above that is your window lock control and also your central locking for the vehicle. On the right hand side, you've got the most important button, which is your keyless stop start button. Next to that is your side mirror toggle, so you can adjust it using the paddles, or you can there is a button to also fold them in if you do park on the side of the road. Below that, there is a stability control, parking sensors, forward collision mitigation, and also a Red Arc Tow Pro Elite system. So with the forward collision mitigation, if you don't know what that is, we'll be happy to explain that to you when you do actually come in. Next to that is your Red Arc Tow Pro, so that is for your electric braking for the vehicle. So it's good to see that this is all fitted on the vehicle for you. Down here is your fuel release, and just on the bottom of the A-pillar is your hood release. Now, coming over to the steering column, on the right hand stalk is your left and right indicator, fog lamp controls, and your automatic headlight system, so they're a dusk sensing system. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for both front and rear, and again they are an automatic rain sensing system, so a lot of autonomous features in this vehicle. Behind that you've got your paddle shift. That is for the sports shift in the vehicle, but we'll touch on that in a minute. You've got this very nice leather stitch steering wheel. Now the steering wheel is actually in excellent condition from what I can see. There's no wear or tear marks on the top, no fading, no peeling, no etching, so has been handled quite well. On the right hand side are all your cruise control settings, and this one is a speed limiter. Below that is your adaptive cruise control button. So this Pajero Sport does come with adaptive cruise control. There's also a little button which is actually for the display in your dash. Now that is going to show you your average fuel consumption, trip A, trip B, that kind of driver information. On the left hand side are your media controls. So you've got source for the different options in your head unit, volume, seek, and call reject, and also your voice control as well for your Bluetooth and CarPlay Connect. So coming over to the entertainment system now, you do get a nice touchscreen head unit. Very responsive system. As I said, it's got AM, FM radio, digital radio, Bluetooth connection, iPod Connect, USB, and also your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. If I go to the next page, you do note that there is a GPS option. However, that is not actually an inbuilt GPS. It's just going to show you your longitude, latitude. So you do want to use your CarPlay for your GPS. Below that, you've got your dual climate controls. So driver and passenger have their own climate settings. You've got your fan speed there, your modes, and your front and rear demisters. Below that is your seatbelt light indicator, hazard symbols there. And below that, more blank spots if you wanted to add maybe an LED light bar or some additional accessories to the vehicle. Next up, there is a rear AC system, so pressing that is going to allow for AC in the back, and you can control that from the back. And there is a 12-volt input for any extra charging that you will be doing in the vehicle. Now the gear shifter is very easy to use. If I bring that down into reverse, you can see that really reverse camera really clearly in the car. The tow bar mounted just at the bottom there, so very easy to line up and align with whatever you're towing. Now if I bring that down into drive and actually flick it to the left, that is going to engage the sports shift system. So you can either choose to use the actual gear shifter, or you can use the paddles which are behind the steering wheel, and that is going to go up a gear or down a gear, and that is only if you need really more control over the vehicle. Otherwise you can just put it back into drive and it's just going to drive as per normal. Behind that you have your downhill descent button, your four-wheel drive terrain settings, so that has got snow, gravel and sand from what I believe. There might be one other option there, I'm not 100% sure. And you've got your electric park brake system. Now this little dial here is actually for your four-wheel drive Super Select system too. So this is one of the leading four-wheel drive systems on the market at the moment. Now this lets you flick into any one of your any one of your high settings, going up to 100 kilometers per hour. So you've got 2 high, 4 high center diff lock, and 4 low center diff lock. Now you do also get a rear diff lock button just at the top here, so you can lock both the center diff and the rear diff depending on what kind of situation you're in. So very easy system to use, and like I said, you can flick into those settings going up to 100 kilometers. You've got 2 cup holders. Now, as I demonstrated with the keys before, you do get a physical key in the car. That is if you need to actually get into the vehicle. If this does die, you do need to put this into a little compartment which is just in here down by my feet, which we'll be happy to show you when you do actually come in, but you will need to put that in there just to let the vehicle know that the keys are actually in the car itself and they're not kept, and the car is, the keys are not dead, but they're in the vehicle. Now you've got a leather stitch center console armrest. If I lift that up, you've got a storage shelf there and deeper, more storage below that. Now there is a 150 watt plug point in there if you wanted to, I don't know, bring your microwave or a kettle. And you've also got 2 USB inputs and a HDMI input for your head unit, depending on how you want to set this up or what you want to attach to the vehicle. Now I'll get the camera person to actually pan around the interior to show you the condition, because like I said, this car presents beautifully on the inside. All the fascia on the dash is in good condition. The door cards present really well. All the leather is in very good nick. And I'll actually demonstrate to you how the back seats will look. So I'll show it to you on that side. I'm going to come across there just to show you what it will be like if you actually fold these seats flat. So if I come across here now, this middle seatbelt can be fully disconnected, so you just push it into this little white bit that is going to go all the way to the roof up there, and you simply pull, make sure all your headrests are down like so, and you simply pull this lever down and over like that. And now this section here, see this black bar, you flick that over, that is going to drop like that, and you do also get a little shelf, a little cover under here, and that'll flip over like that. So pretty much you can utilize the whole boot space. You've got all this space in here and the boot if you need to transport anything, and you can again tie these down. There is a strap here to tie around the headrest if you do want to keep these secure so they're not bouncing back and forward if you're transporting something fragile or valuable in the back. So again, very versatile vehicle in these Pajero Sports, and very easy to use. So if I wanted to pull that back up, like so, very easy to actually adjust the vehicle how you want to. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2018 Pajero Sport GLS. Now I hope it gave you a good representation as to the condition of this particular vehicle, as well as some of the features and accessories that have already been fitted on here for you. Now if you do have any additional questions, wanted to test drive, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. The number to dial is 99070555. Now just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now I'm going to assume you're going to be keeping this car for a while. So what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this vehicle, and that coverage will last you up to 200,000 kilometers, and that is going to give you that is also going to come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So again, great value in the service. In addition to that, one thing I would highly recommend is you take advantage of the glass coat and tint. That is a package that is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful titanium paintwork, and it's going to package it in with some premium level tint for you. Now with the paint protection, that is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this paintwork. It's going to protect your car from bird droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, rusting, fading, peeling, all these kinds of things that will affect your paint. And when you're investing so much into a vehicle like this, why not ensure that it's going to look like the way it does now for the rest of your ownership? So please take advantage of these. Now these are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump onto Google and search up Berwick Mitsubishi. See what people have to say about us. With our Google reviews sitting at over 1,100 and 4.8 stars, gives you the buyer the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and I thank you so much for watching.